Big is such a small word when it comes to God of War. For a series that's paved its way with bosses bigger than the moon and dungeons larger than the Aegean, it's never going to settle for anything less than epic. But then there's God of War Ascension. Now, don't get us wrong, Ascension is epic, but it's epic on a smaller scale. A mini-epic, if you will. A mini-epic with added multiplayer. Kratos' latest might not hit the highs as hard or as fast as God of War 3, but it's still one hell of an adventure, and here's why. Let's get this out of the way now. Ascension has a nasty case of the prequelitis. Set 10 years before the original God of War, but crucially 6 months after Kratos has killed his wife and child, Ascension aims to show a more human demigod. But after 5 games of badassery, stripping away Kratos' powers seems like a backstep. Ascension's cardinal sin, though, not featuring the Olympian gods at all. But playing a God of War game for the story is like watching a Michael Bay film for the meaningful dialogue. The franchise has always been known for favouring chain-heavy combos, literally. The combat follows nicely from God of War 3. It's still muscular, frantic, and fun as hell. But sadly, the weapon systems of old have been replaced with godly magical abilities adorned by Hades, Poseidon, Zeus, and Ares. And while they're explosive, they simply aren't as fun or as varied as they should be.
You seek the truth?
Yes.
So be it. But remember, the truth always comes with a price.
The God of War games have always plied their trade in massive boss battles, and Ascension continues on the trend nicely. An early scrap with Aegean, a living, breathing prison block that comes to life in an attempt to off Kratos, sets the tone. But after that epic opener, you have to sit through the entire game until Ascension replicates the same scale again. That doesn't mean what sits in between is any less epic. Ascension has just taken the focus away from huge boss fights and redirected it into creating a streamlined puzzle platformer formula. And for the most part, that refocus is a success. Taking in expansive structures and huge dungeons, Ascension offers a great display of giant vertical playgrounds. And it's Kratos' newfound time-travelling mechanics that really set Ascension apart. Not only do they make for some truly fantastic head-scratchers, but developers Sony Santa Monica have implemented them within the platforming to create some tense, against-the-clock free runs. Campaign aside, the main addition to Ascension is multiplayer, with a nifty twist on the class system that aligns your skills to the powers of Ares, Hades, Zeus or Poseidon. Ascension gives you some ancient Greek-themed versions of your standard multiplayer fare. But it also sets God of War's characteristically beefy combat off on a different tack. Playing against human foes is much more tactical, with parrying and stunning crucial to getting the upper hand on your opponent. The God of War formula is now undeniably a little creaky, but Ascension still packs a meaty punch. And, crucially, in a year that's already given us Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and DMC, that's more than enough to set Ascension apart. Kratos is back for his hack-and-slash crown, and he's angry.